Greetings and welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jeffico, and my co-host is always Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
So we watched episode 15, 16, and 17 of Prodigy. What did you think?
Yeah, they're still pretty good.
So Chris, there's like this Krenim bomb and a whole battle thing.
I guess I'm calling it a Krenim bomb.
Yeah.
What are we doing? We're running away. We're gonna go fix the Protostar and send it back to where it goes, and then we get a...
Actually, Jellicoe said that we couldn't do that. They said, bring it to Earth, let our temporal guys to just sit there and ask you questions and be like, I would have done that. They'll take care of it.
But then Asencia's super battleship shows up, looking like the Romulan mining ship from Trek 09. They did the exact same shot.
Yeah.
I assume that was a reference. They've gone real quick. They've got their little, temporal bubble building nodes, so they can just pop ships out all the time.
Just hours going by on real world and days and months going by in there.
Turns out they've got Wesley Crusher, and they're just milking him for information. I'm not sure what that thing they've got going on there, but it does kind of seem like they're milking him for information. I'm not really sure how it gets out of his head, but
well, it's around his neck, not his nipples.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably just torture. I mean, she pushed a button, he was all like electrocuted a bit, and...
there are 4 timelines.
Yeah.
Aren't meant to be weaponized.
You talk too much, Mr. Crusher.
He is giving her an idea of what's happening, and he is also not telling her everything. So yeah, our crew has to take care of this. They're now just called the Protostar crew because although they're just cadets, or
they're not
in
even
training, cadets in training, or wannabe hopeful academy people, they keep getting relied on to. All right, so back to the Protostar. Let's go.
It's the show.
Yeah,
it's the kid show. Whatever.
Yeah.
So Dahl's in the fighter jet, and it's something designed by Tom Paris or whatever, and they've got to do a Boothby starburst maneuver. Why is it a Boothby maneuver? Beyond references. Who knows?
I bet you Boothby was retiring, and they're just like, let's do a cool thing for him.
Okay. Yeah, that would work.
And Picard showed up with his glass of wine. It's like, cheers to you. Fireworks in the sky, buddy.
Yeah. And all the other kids are on board the Protostar with Chakotay, trying to help get Voyager out of the power draining field or whatever.
Yep.
And we've got these little drones, and they can make a shield. It honestly seems kind of dumb that your attack drones are the same as your defense drones.
Yeah. Well, they fired the quantum torpedoes, and they're just like, okay, we're all the way back here, but we're going to catch up. But they couldn't catch the ships. And I would assume the torpedo would be faster than the ships.
Probably.
And yeah, then it's just like, oh, here's a Tholian web, but then it just launched into everything.
Dahl teaches the kids that you have to abandon your training and just kind of do stuff.
Yeah.
Because the enemy can predict all your moves.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like a World War II thing, isn't it?
Well, that's a fun quote to bandy about, but there's a whole business about, Americans ignore their doctrine and therefore we can't predict them, which is kind of apocryphal, but funny enough that it's worth repeating.
Yeah. Yeah. They had that big little thing that went inside of Voyager and started producing like a shield. Andorian dude got turned old from it.
But there's some gene therapy and we can fix him.
Yeah, when they say things like that, I'm just like, so like, every year on my birthday, can we do that?
Well, we already know we can send Dr. Pulaski through the transporter and make her young again.
Yeah. So as long as your hair doesn't age when it leaves your body, you should be fine.
Yeah, just keep some of them around and
Yeah.
you're good to go.
There's a lot of cheats.
There's a lot of nonsense in this here franchise. But that's alright, we love it.
Perhaps my body will degrade and my senses will dull.
Zero goes down there because they don't age the same as everyone else, you know. If Zero collapses, they won't just die. We get a cool new Apple Store body for Zero, though. It's got touch sensors.
Got a little upgrade.
Yeah.
You look perfect.
Out of any design, you went back to your original look.
Not quite. I'm proud of what I made for myself then, but it wasn't complete.
We managed to get the little Crenum time obelisk or whatever out of there. I'm not sure I don't remember what they called it, but it was giving me Crenum vibes.
Yeah.
Got shoved up Voyager's ass. So they take that out of there and it's chasing their ship and they ram it right into the super space time ship there that Asencia's got.
Yeah, and then they just kind of launched the shuttle part out of their ships and went
That
out.
was kind of cool.
I was like, how is that supposed to be a starburst? Like, are you always supposed to collide your ships into that and cause an explosion, and that's the starburst part?
I think, yeah, I guess
That
so.
seems like a waste of material. Let's destroy half our ship.
Yes.
It was a good episode, and then, they ended them all on cliffhangers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got to see Will all tied up.
Sorry, trip's been cancelled.
It's you again.
Go rescue Wesley Crusher and Gwyn's dad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we split up. They've really just said, okay, Del knows his place. He's not going to be captain. Like, he knows that that's not his future. And so he's going along with what Gwyn did. But Gwyn chose the wrong thing, damn it.
Did she, though? It looked like they kind of had a plan by the end of it.
I believe at the very end, Wesley was on the ground saying, I don't know what we're going to do.
Yeah, but they beamed him out and it was fine.
Yeah.
They were all together.
Sure. Sure. Except they're minus a Crusher and a John Noble. Yeah, they're just they're doing shenanigans. They rescue John Noble, Del and his little misfit crew, and then Gwyn and her crew are playing puppetry with knocked out unconscious bodies.
Douth, Rok-Tahk vanuve.
Kraukume ke faunakad.
Good again.
And Murf is opening doors.
They're sneaking around with their sneak bubble.
Yeah, and they get into Wesley and they wake him up, and he's just like, "Oh, good, yeah, you're here on time." And he's kind of predicted everything, but he doesn't have the energy to get himself back to the ship. And then I guess because they split up, that changed the timeline a bit. And he's just like, "I'm lost. I don't know what's gonna happen next."
Uh-oh.
Well, you should never really know what's gonna happen next. Let's be honest.
Wouldn't be too much fun if he did.
Yeah. Missed the button, damn it. I guess you live. Never
Thanks,
know.
chap.
Never know. 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Final thought meeting.
Well, I think the show knows what it is now. We've totally established what we're doing. I don't think we're going to be getting more twists and turns or legacy characters. We're just going to be finishing off this plot with the timey-wimey and Wesley and how Solum's going to end up and how are we going to reset things to how we found them at the start of Season 1, Episode 1. And, how we execute that is going to determine how I feel about, I guess, the show as a whole. But they're doing a really good job so far.
Yes.
This is a pretty cool Star Trek show.
Yeah.
And they definitely do rush things sometimes. It's like, oh no, they found me. Just immediately. Everything just happens right away. Because it's a half an hour kid show.
I was going to say half an hour is detrimental to some things, which, makes me question a half an hour comedy show they're going to do.
Yeah, Tawny Newsome at the helm, I have no reason to doubt.
So you have no reason to doubt Starfleet Academy either, right? Because she's one of the writers.
She is involved in writing. We'll see how it goes.
Apologies for the delay, Admiral.
Our time-lost captain returns. Chakotay. Must be good to be home.
I'm enjoying seeing Jellicoe. He threw me off when he was like, Chakotay, it's so good to... Why is he being nice? And then he's just like, no, you guys come back. And then later it's just like, oh yeah, we can't really send you any reinforcements because we're just spread through thin. Like, like send me a ship. Just like what I was begging for this whole episode or a whole couple episodes was for the third guy in the other ship to just die. I was just like, hey, I need a red shirt. Okay, I know this is a kid's show, but show me some stakes.
Yeah.
And so like, if you could get another ship to show up, that ship could be expendable, and it could die.
Yeah. It could be the Cerritos.
No, that's probably not allowed to die.
Probably not allowed to die.
Really, not really that expendable.
It'd be pretty
anymore.
funny.
Yeah. So it's becoming quite the famous ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, anything else?
Well, I think that's just about it.
Alright. Well, as always, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Ilthuran. And Wesley Crusher?
I know. I should really stop dropping in like this.